dream is real.
Get up, get up, get up.
It's about to go down. Newsflash.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Slacking on your pimpin', turn it up.
You know, if you're gonna shoot, you better shoot straight because a wounded animal is the worst thing you can deal with.
Facts.
Welcome to the Baller Alert Show, featuring your lifestyle specialist, Kitty Burns, with Sue Solo and Ferrari Simmons.
The dream is real. Fuck Donald Trump and all the other Republicans. We are turning America red. I mean blue.
We are making America great.
We're making America great. I said
making
red,
America great for real.
It's your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns.
The kid Ferrari Simmons.
Your favorite Ethiopian Sue Solo.
Yeah.
I apologize. I did not mean to say red. Down
okay.
with the Republicans. The Democrats have won the House back. Republicans have the Senate.
Important.
It is not a majority-run government anymore, so
Amen.
give a little, I mean, to that.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
Even though a lot of the Republicans don't even agree with their candidate.
But we're going to get into that. Rory, how was your week?
Weekend was good. DJ'd all weekend. I'm officially not hosting anything ever again.
Oh.
It has to be something very,
monumental.
Sue came with me. She came.
I miss you on the mic. I'm not gonna lie. Like I want you
It
to
is a little
DJ
different.
and
talk.
get on the mic. Yeah.
But for starters, I've been DJing with hosts, so
Right.
I'm going to start doing gigs by myself soon.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'll be starting to DJ by myself, so I'll DJ and host.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And you know what, the adjustment is easy because you're already a mic man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I just got to
talking
work on my transitions of the songs. Outside of that, I know what songs to play anyway.
It's
Of
all
course.
set up. It's just like repetition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So once you like, okay, boom. Okay, and
I had to turn around. Sue was kind of, as long as she was rocking behind me, I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Of course, he goes into the African set. He turns around and he was like, "I knew it."
Yeah,
I was getting down.
She was getting down, boy.
He was like, I
she gave
knew
me
it.
some gems too to add to the collection.
Yes.
So
And make it more of a show too, right? Because
Yeah.
the fact that you can talk, you need the drops with the
Yeah, I'm working on it. I got
Because the DJs in the club don't make it a show. They play hit records.
Agreed.
They play hit records, but have something uniquely you. So when
Okay.
they come to the club,
I'll do
Yeah,
a little drop for you
Ooh,
for when you
that'd
go
be
into your
hard.
African
All that.
set. That'd be
oh
really
yeah, that'd
cool.
be hard.
the dream is real. I gotta get you one of them too. Sue, how's your week, baby?
Week was great. Spent time with him, just kind of shadowing him and his glory. And then the brunch was really good. I actually have a big announcement. I'm moving to a bigger venue
Oh,
within the next 2 weeks.
oh,
Yeah, bigger
Get
venue.
to the money, man.
Yeah, bigger venue and also a longer time frame. A lot of people are complaining that it's over at 5.
Right.
They want me to go later.
Longer.
So the new venue will allow me to go until 8 p.m. So it'll
That's
be
good.
from 10 to 8.
Nice.
Because they
The
probably
brunch
sometimes
every
don't get
Saturday.
traction till later too.
Until like
so,
4.
exactly,
People start coming in at like 3:34, or they ordered a bottle at 4 and they're not really done with it at 5, or the
Right.
alcohol just kicked in and you didn't have time to,
Right.
you didn't have time to feel it. So I am listening to my clients and I'm moving, and y'all asses better show the fuck out.
That's right. Pay attention
Liddy.
to people, man.
Yes.
Hello, entrepreneur spirit.
Amen.
Susan Burns is on the rise. I had
Burns.
a very, very interesting week, y'all.
How was your interesting week?
Yeah, man, I'm trying to be out here and mean more, right? So I started at Complex Con, mean more as in use my platform
Correct.
for bigger social issues,
Love
right?
it.
So I was at Complex Con, amazing time. Had the McDonald's booth rocking all weekend.
I saw that. That was hard.
Yeah,
That was
Lena
like it was
Waithe
popping.
came through.
You had the
Don
McDonald's, like,
Benjamin.
jacket?
Yeah, we had
The patches.
Right.
That was
So there
dope.
were these 3 artists, Richie Lee, Joe Freshgoods from Chicago, and Swopes. And they designed these patches and these iron-ons. So what you got to do is you got to come in the McDonald's booth, grab your T-shirt, your jean jacket, your backpack, or your basketball jersey, and you got to put it.
That's so
on it.
cool.
So yeah. So I came in the first day and everyone was like, yo, where do I get the McDonald's? So it was popping. Who else came out? So Lena Waithe, Don Benjamin, Jared Jack, Grant Hill,
Yeah, I saw you
Jonathan
was there,
Mannion, BJ Chicago Kid, Raheem Devine.
And
Like
what was
everybody came.
What was the purpose of it?
Complex Con?
Yeah, like what was the purpose of like the Complex Con and then the McDonald's part of it?
Yeah, so Complex Con is this big, it's almost like, you ever heard of Agenda, or that happens on the fashion world? It happens in Vegas twice a year. Anyway, it's for where vendors come and sell their stuff. So this is Complex Con. Complex Con is usually when the release of the Union Jordan 1 was supposed to happen that weekend.
Okay.
The Volt Off-White Air Force 1
Okay.
low was supposed to come.
Dope.
So it's the hype beasts you know what I'm saying, version
Like
of
a sneaker,
trade
a sneaker
Okay.
of
100%. Well, Hypebeast culture in general, because it's
it had clothes.
clothes,
shoes.
it's art. Hebrew Brantley. I got the Vault doll.
I bet the
new
art was
Hebrew.
amazing.
I mean, listen, it's amazing to see the youth culture actually coming in to play as far as, like, I mean,
You mean the
these
18 to
shows make
34
millions of dollars.
demographic? Yeah, that demographic.
Oh,
That
yeah.
demographic, 18
Rory
to
man,
34.
tell her why you ask. I'll say, so I left Complex Con. We'll get into that. I left Complex Con, got on a plane, flew to Atlanta, got a call at Andrew Gillum. And, you know,
I
the
should have
crew
gone there with you. I wanted
wanted
to go.
us to come to the Nice and Burn show. Went, so my wife met me at the airport, gave me a change of clothes, went down there,
Yes,
did
Miss
the
Burns.
Andrew Gillum event, met his
Down in
beautiful
Tallahassee.
wife. Yes.
Yep. That was dope.
Khaled, Puff,
Quavo.
Quavo,
Tiffany
Monica,
Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish. Exactly.
Yes.
So we went down there and had an
was twerking
incredible
on stage.
event, and I flew back on a jet with Will in it, but it was just a whirlwind. You know what I'm talking about? Then I got up yesterday, went to New York, pitched a new client, and it's just. But I want to get into this political sphere, so now it's time for In Case You Missed It.
Just in case you missed it.
Like I said, I went down there with Andrew Gillum. We've been supporting Stacey Abrams, and then we had the turnout we had. Stacey has not conceded, and now it's so close in Florida where they're doing a recount.
Amen.
But I just want to say, I mean, we won the House.
Yes,
back.
we did.
The Republicans still have the Senate. But I just want to say this, man, and I've never seen energy like the energy Obama created, right? Until now,
Yeah.
right? People in the I've never seen people in the midterms go running and make it so important and rally the way they have, right? And so to do all that work, and then what's happening in Georgia with Stacey and Kemp being the Secretary of State, if you do not know, him actually having control over voter registration and the voting process, but at the same time running for governor. Total conflict, right? Recently, we just talked about that he's now removed himself and resigned from being Secretary of State, and now said he's going to focus on becoming governor. Obviously, he's not governor yet because Stacey did not concede, which leads us to believe that the bullshit is super real.
Oh, yeah.
So now that there's going to be a recount, because you did everything you could, from power cords and stations not being available to tricking people to go to different locations. So now you're going to resign so it makes it look like you had nothing to do. No. He has to be held accountable, just like DeSantis and what's going on in Florida. You cannot tell me with the overwhelming majority. And let's I want to teach you something about politics.
Break
if you
it
don't
down,
know.
Sensei.
So in Georgia, if you were watching CNN or any of the other polls that were running on television, you would see all this red, and then you see these little pockets of blue,
Yes.
which the Democrats won. Now, those little pockets are the majority of the cities, like Atlanta, like, you know, cities. But the rural areas are the ones that have the most whatever. So Republican support. So in saying that, I'm calling bullshit on the whole game. I'm calling rigged fucking government because it does not make sense in the way that they have been collecting the data, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to where and who votes. It's just trickery at its finest. And then, you know, you get into the whole like space of Donald Trump. And Donald Trump heavily going against who did not support him, and if they lost, he's like, well, you didn't take my support, that's why you lost. But the ones who took my support have won. We're going forward. We have the Senate. But what he doesn't realize, it's over for him. It is over for Trump. You have now lost the House.
Yep.
The House has the power to pursue you in any way they want from a subpoena standpoint or hold you accountable. They can ask for your tax records. You are over, my friend. Now, let's talk about doubling down on the bullshit.
He knows it. He's so mad right now. He knows it.
Let's talk about doubling down on the bullshit. So we all saw the press conference where he got out of character.
Yes.
He got out of character. He had to walk away from.
Do we
He
have
had
that
to
clip? Can we
take a
put it on the
breather.
screen? Can
Right.
we put it on the screen?
Absolutely.
So he
Put
has
that
to
on the
walk
screen.
away from the podium because the guy, now mind you, the guy was white. Both actually that he was saying he didn't like were white. And this is what I've come to grips with, and I want your opinion. He has a problem. Donald Trump has a problem with anybody that doesn't agree with him or do what he says. But the racial part, to me, is Donald Trump a racist? I think he's more of an egocentric psycho than he is a racist.
Right.
Now, he does not denounce the bullshit, which makes you a part of the bullshit in my eyes and all of our eyes, correct?
Correct.
If you don't denounce racism, you're a racist. But I'm saying this to say, the separation is now not so separated. If you're fucking a racist, you don't like black, brown, anything but your race. If you're acting, if it's racial, you know, if things are being put in perspective as like, I don't know, I'm judging. Well, I don't know if the lines are too blurred. You're a racist or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to break that down because I saw somewhere where I was reading where they were like, well, that's racial. It's not racist. What the fuck is the difference? What's the difference?
Yeah, he's definitely racist. And he's
you know what I'm saying?
Racist.
And that's why I want to make the point.
Is, and this is old. I mean, we know about stories where there were white slaves before, but that was because they were trying to help black slaves. So it's like if you are, I think Trump is like, hey, if CNN doesn't report shit the way that I want it to be reported,
right,
you a nigga lover. And if you a nigga lover, you can go too.
Well, I think again, back, and that's why I tried to make the point of racial and racism, because he is, I need a word. Is it? He's more than a brat. He's a nationalist. You know, so I don't know what the word is.
Narcissism.
He's a narcissist.
It's about him. It's about his bottom line. I think.
Period. And that's what I'm saying about when people are like some things are racial. No.
Do y'all think he's a puppet at all? Like, do you guys think that these are all his ideals?
I think
he's just a person that is not, just going to execute him. Like, he's going to be the face of it.
Power will perform. I think Trump will bring the best or worst out of you.
I think Trump is a very savvy businessman. Again, I always think that his moves and the things that he says and how he acts are for the betterment of his business opportunities. Because don't think for 1 second he's not running any business operations behind the scenes.
What?
Or having somebody.
His people in Russia right now getting the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a reason why all these things are happening. He has back deals and all these things that he's doing for business. So yeah, if the upper 1% are all racist and it's good for him in a business move, he'll just kind of like,
support,
those are some fine people over there.
He'll accommodate them.
I think to both of y'all point, I mean, he's a narcissist. He's a cold narcissist that is all about what he's talking about and what he's trying to do. It's about his bottom line. It's about his bottom line. And if you affect his bottom line, it's an issue.
I think we all knew that prior to him even running to president. Like, we knew that he's a strong businessman, and obviously most of the time strong business-minded people do fuck with the bottom line.
Like,
right?
if the
so
Democrats,
we already knew that.
to me, was
but him as a leader
move,
is not working out. Like that,
I mean,
you're not the country's leader. You can run your job, your businesses, and your people, but this country is not yours, and you don't know how to run it.
Yeah, and I just want to clarify too. Racial tendencies is racism. Period.
Totally.
If you do not discredit racists and their rhetoric, and you do not try to break down the divisive, you know what I'm saying, stuff that's going on in the country, you with the bullshit. Mm-hmm. There's no other, I mean, you can't, I don't know how else to put it.
But see, listen,
if you throw rocks, we're going to shoot you because we're going to consider that firearms.
Rifle, right.
Like,
but
the fuck?
If Trump did announce, like, if he did try to, what's the word, concede to the racial issues that we have, it will affect his bottom line. It's gonna be some. It's gonna be some.
No, it would definitely affect his bottom line. But that's what I'm saying. But if you don't denounce it, you with it.
Yeah,
is all I'm saying. Speaking of crazy, 12 people get killed in a bar in Thousand Oaks, California.
So sad.
And I don't want to say this. It was a white man, as it normally is when there's some fucking on our soil.
It was a white terrorist,
right? He's a terrorist. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm watching something on the internet the other day. I think I saw somewhere on the internet where they had this militia saying that if Stacey Abrams becomes governor, then we have no choice but to protect our race. What was the guy's name? Shabazz. OG Shabazz had it on his, he does his face and they put it on the screen. See, he does his face, then he does what the people talking about. And when I tell you, it bothered the shit out of me because at a certain point, and I said this several episodes ago, I think they want martial law. I think they want to have it to the point where everybody's so on edge that people just start getting murdered, right, for whatever reason. And then, we got to put police on every corner, and there is no law. We smoke the fuck who we want to smoke. You know what I'm talking about? And y'all got to deal with it because y'all got us to this point.
I feel like it's getting closer to that.
I said this 4 years ago, and people looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, I'm telling y'all, we are trending to martial law. Like that. Like that's their goal.
That's a Donald Trump thing. Donald Trump would love to control everybody's movement. You know what I'm saying? They would love. He would love nothing more than to have people move when he say move. And that's martial law. It's curfew, martial law,
curfew,
all type of shit. You know what I'm
We can run in
talking
your house whenever we want.
Yeah, come in your house, take whatever, no warrants.
Yep.
No warrants.
Yeah,
It is the purge.
Listen,
It
but I'm
is the
gonna tell you some real rap. People adapt to their surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to play with black folk and the fact that we would have to adapt to a certain way of life because we come from. I mean, we were raised in the jungles, and I'm not talking about Africa. I'm talking about your court systems, your motherfucking depressive ass sections of the city where you put like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Don't do
it's
that.
Technically, martial law in a couple of the hoods anyway.
It is. It is.
Well, you got to be in the house early because they shooting
but they not.
outside.
They're mass killers. They're I gotta get this right because this can go extra viral. But so white people, and the way that they came to America and took America from the Indians, white people, the way that they have, you know what I'm saying, like given us Jesus. Pray to him that it's gonna be all right and that one day you're gonna find happiness, love, joy, and possibly freedom. Pray to this Jesus though. Now I believe in God, I'm spiritual. I know that there's a higher power, but they're the ones who double down on God for us. You know, there's a whole lot of things in society that they put in place. So the lineage, the legacy for them is like, we not even thinking about it because we set the rules. We set the rules.
Hey, you getting a little too deep over there. I don't know.
That's what that white privilege
dangerous,
is.
We set the rules. No,
it's facts. It's
they
facts.
set the rules. So for us, it's adjusted. We always adapt and adjusting because our true feeling in our guts and souls knows we shouldn't be in the situations we in. Or
Facts.
you know what I'm talking about? So my point is this. At a certain point, watch what you say and do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to the controllers of the universe. You know what I'm saying? The people in power. Watch what you do because the age of your thinking is literally dying. It's a 70 and up mentality. Anybody after that is somehow, some way browning. And I mean that wholeheartedly. They understand culture. Their daughters have had babies by black, brown, whatever. There's a whole nother thing happening. And you got to get with that. Because if you don't get with that, it's going to be hell to pay.
And by the year 2040, this average skin tone is going to be Sue Solo's color. Just saying.
By what?
By the year 2040, the average skin tone is going to be Sue Solo's color.
But it's evolution. It's evolution.
That's how it is.
People, like, if you look at,
that's
like,
what they're afraid of now, though. Like, I think the reason why everything is even more crazy, it's out there, it's on the forefront, is because they're looking at that statistic and they're like, fuck.
Oh, absolutely.
All these minorities are about to whoop our asses. Like, we're about to be extinct. So
you want to build a wall to keep everybody out. That's what you want.
I think the government was extremely strategic as to when we're gonna take this shit up a notch. And what's happening now is they are leading by fear. They are trying to get us to stay in the house and eventually knock us all off before we take over. The thing that they don't seem to understand about us, though, we're not a community of people that want to treat anybody the way that they've done us. Like, we've never wanted to be violent and go hang them and rape their wives and take their daughters away from them. Like, we just don't naturally have that desire to want to be that kind of person. So the fact that they're fearful that we would come into power and then enslave them is just all their mentality. All they think about is evil.
You know what? They're thinking about how they did us.
No,
they thinking about how they did us, but
somebody said it on the internet the other day. Using their white privilege. Remember we were talking about that one episode, using the white privilege is good. Like, they know their privilege. I mean, it's clear that society is built for them to win. And the ones that ain't with the bullshit, they're speaking out. And that's where hope still lies, right? At the end of the day, you have legitimate, responsible, you know, people of power that are coming out like, nah. Then you got the average Joe like, nah, like, Rari's my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Sue's my home. What you mean? So I think that it can get right, but I am saying don't back nobody in no corners because you never know, and you're not going to win.
It's just the wrong people have power, man.
There's too many people that rightfully have a grudge with you for the way that you treated their ancestors, the way that you devised this system, and they will come for you with so much anger and spiritual warfare that you won't even be able to react, and that's fact. The high school student that punched the teacher in the face.
It's a girl. Doesn't look like.
I definitely thought it was a young man.
Girl, but hey, no.
I thought it was a young man, but yeah.
Okay, whatever, whoever. The teachers continue to try to explain after the listen. Somebody, parent. I don't believe in saying that somebody should put their hands on a child, but you get punched in your face, you do whatever the fuck you gotta do to that person.
I agree.
You have a right to defend yourself.
You have a right to defend yourself. And these children ain't little.
They not acting like kids.
That seemed like
they not little.
These
that seemed like a high school student.
Grown-ass little children. They are grown.
First of all, she's same height and
It's
she
in
was
the
bigger.
food. Yeah,
or
she was big. Hell yeah, she was big. I wouldn't touch her.
Hit her too. One no like push or
Cocked
like
her
shove.
and then told her like, don't get smart with me. Like, where do they do that? Like, I'm waiting on the Wheeler thing now. We got an email. Something happened. Kid's like, yeah, it was crazy. I was sleeping. Like, what crazy? What's crazy? Like, what is going on with the youth?
And it was all cat. You know, somebody caught it on video.
Games. They don't have any compassion.
No, I'm saying, it's always caught on camera too. That's how we saw it, obviously.
And how was the girl?
Instead of helping, you gonna record.
Well, my thing is how whoever recorded that how didn't your hand shake when the person got hit? That was like
flinch. Ready
that
for
was
it.
like
Ready for it.
You know what I'm talking about? Like cinematic. Like, you ain't nervous?
It did make me feel really sad for the teacher, man.
Video right here.
It was sad. It was really sad. Like, she got hit. Another student laughed. You could hear a kid laughing in the background. Only one child tried to intervene, but I personally think a lot of it, like, when you talk about video games, I remember when video games started to get like even more and more and more violent. You're literally in the video game running up to a car, punching the person, snatching them out, and going. Like, I really think these kids are desensitized. Like, my nieces and nephews don't even have play clothes.
Right.
Like, I'd be like, oh, go put on your play clothes. They'd be like, what's
that?
What's play clothes? All they do is sit down and play these violent ass video games. They are completely detached.
Yeah, Octavia Burns said, and I always say it, they're desensitized.
They are.
They have no
compassion.
There's no shock value anymore. Everything is like, even when things go down like mass shootings and shit, they be like, damn, that's crazy.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Fortnite.
That's normal to them now, though. It wasn't normal to us before.
Yeah, like you're not feeling that in your soul. That something like, but it's scary. It's a scary time because there is no diffusing this. This will be and will only continue to. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But also crazy, and a little more lighter news. Floyd Mayweather supposedly was having this fight in Japan.
I hope he don't do that.
And then his fans went
Thank
nutso on him, and then he comes back and is like, oh no, I never sanctioned no fight. This was, basically like
Fake
a
news.
prize. No, but he said, because sometimes they do these exhibitions, whatever. So he said that's what he was doing. He said he had no idea until he got there. Floyd, you're the GOAT. Yeah, you're the GOAT. The Conor McGregor thing was great, fun, energy, but you're the GOAT. Either you're going to come out and fight the next person in line for the belt.
Don't even do it.
Or you're not going to do it, bro. It's, you made your money. You made your legacy is intact.
He's obviously bored.
Yeah, well, clearly. If you do something all your life, you're going to be like, what's next? So
bored.
Maybe he can, take some classes.
Yeah,
or something.
but what they all need to realize
classes
is
what? He just give some classes out.
They all need to realize is
writing.
that quick as you got 50-0 and made all them millions, as quick as people gonna forget about you.
Yeah, man.
It's nice to know how to read contracts.
You don't want nobody to forget about it.
Listen, fame don't love you. We'll wait to confuse
he just has such a big brand. Like, he can do other things. Maybe he can coach, kids.
He has businesses. I mean, he's
got plenty of things.
thriving. He's not hurt.
I think maybe he doesn't feel like he'll get that celebrity attention
It's just
from the
not gonna be
businesses,
as
like
big
the
as when he
photos
fight.
and the maybe that's
He can find
what
the
he's
next
gonna miss out
version
of
of
it.
him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Gotta find him.
And now it's time for Baller Mail.
Ooh.
Message.
Oh, I'm scared of this one.
Life is too short to deal with unnecessary stress.
Come on. I told
If it doesn't add purpose to your life, let it go.
Come on.
There are many situations that many of us go through that have us second guessing decisions that we are making in life. Whether it's that friend that just can't get it right and is also asking for handouts without working for it, or that significant other that constantly lies and takes advantage of you.
Motherfucker.
Started to itch.
Right.
Ooh.
Facts.
Oftentimes we get caught up in trying to please everyone that we lose sight of what's really important. Happiness. Stop trying to hold on to things that aren't meant to be held. We go through certain situations in life to prepare us for the greatness that's about to come. But if you continue to keep that negative energy around you, there's no room for the positivity to make it its way.
That's right.
If you've been with your significant other for years and she is still doing the same foolishness that they were doing at the beginning of a relationship, let it go.
That's right.
If they don't want to work, get married, have kids, or simply grow with you, let them go.
That's right.
Everyone has potential for the greatness, but if we let people take advantage of us, abuse us mentally or physically, and any type of stress, and add any type of stress to our lives, it's time to let it go.
That's right.
Agreed.
Facts. Amen.
But I will say, with that, even though Peach Kids, what up?
Peach Kids, what up, though?
This is.
Within that, right? People still can't let it go.
Well, you know what it is? I think it's the companionship in general, friendship and relationship. You need people. I mean, and especially if you're in a social business, it helps to have people that are like-minded or get what you're trying to do, get what you're trying. But see, the problem therein lies is when you don't earn yours, because there's a separation point that happens. You might start out with your friends here,
Same, yeah.
and then y'all rolling, y'all getting to the thing, and it's equal a little bit. But then all of a sudden, you start giving a little bit more effort.
Mm-hmm.
You start getting a little bit more popularity. And guess what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And if a motherfucker got a problem with that, you got to separate it there. Because see, the longer you hold on to it,
Jesus Christ.
the longer you hold on to it is the longer you invite the bullshit. Because see, as quick as you rise, as quick as you fall.
Amen.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
The bullshit is a motherfucking, it chops down.
Mm-hmm.
So you come down a step, you get, okay, let me get back up. But it ain't worth your time. And I'll never forget this. I got my first $2 million. And I gave all my friends, 6 people, $40,000 a year. I said, you gonna do this, you gonna do that, you gonna do that. And so, like I said, we all came, I got the bread, we out there. But you know, things start happening, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now mine's just a childhood dream. So in my brain, I'm like, I did what I said I was gonna do. And I ain't cutting nobody off and I ain't fucking with them, but I'm not dealing with certain energy from nobody. Did it, left it, the rest is history. But you gotta do that shit no matter how long y'all known. I'm talking about even family members. Who got that family member that be like, oh, you should go do this, you should do that. Well, that ain't me. How you expect me? So if they're not speaking life into you, they're taking life out of you.
Agreed.
Okay? I'm not even on Confucius.
I feel like that was a Confucius moment right there.
But that's fact, though.
That hit home, though. That was right on point.
Was baller, man.
Yeah. And now it's time for comment creeping.
Oh, is anyone else as tired of the 50 Cent and Ja Rule beef as I am?
Did he get some panties thrown at him or something?
He got a bra thrown at him. So
Who got a bra thrown?
Ja Rule did.
A bra thrown at him? Ja Rule had some hit. Hey, listen, man.
Ja Rule got hit,
50 Cent, my
period.
guy. But, bruh, Ja Rule had some hit-ass records, bruh.
They've been going at it nonstop for 50 years now, and it just needs to die
But they should
down.
fight.
It
should be like a fight.
Well, according to
like
Ja
a-
They
Rule,
both
50
at the
won't
same
pull
time?
up. According to Ja Rule, he keeps saying oh, well, you won't pull up. I pulled up on you apparently 2 or 3 times, and 50 didn't confront him. He didn't come out.
In the streets, not a good idea, but in like a
ring?
organized
Right.
function, that would be cool.
According to social media, I couldn't see 50 not coming outside, but I'm just saying.
According to social
his
media,
image.
I cannot see 50 not
Do
coming
you
outside.
think they want to
but
kill each
we'll
other
see.
for real?
But it's
for
not
real?
about kill. They should fight.
I don't think they want to kill
Boxing
each other.
glove.
50 Cent made. Go ahead and read that.
I did see what 50 said.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, this is something else. This is something to uplift Ja Rule because I'm really tired
That's
of
right.
all the
Come on.
negativity.
We
So
with
I'm
you.
not going to do that one. I'm going to do something else.
Oh, okay.
Caesar, put this video on the screen so everybody can see this, please. Rule says, haha, now this is what a Ja Rule show feels like. Hey ladies, thanks for the support. LOL, icon. Send them home hot and bothered. Now, an Instagram person at MDEB3 said, they singing J-Lo part. Fuck out of here, Jeffrey. Ja Rule had time and
I wrote it,
responded.
right?
He responded to him. He said, it's all good. I wrote it, dummy, in all caps. Listen, y'all don't
Yes,
stop
Ja Rule
acting
got
like
hits,
Ja Rule.
fool.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
just
real.
because someone isn't as popular or as big of a celebrity
my motherfucking
today
name?
as they were
Are
back in the
you
past
Andy?
don't mean nothing. Like, the man has made a lot of accomplishments in hip hop. We love the music. I still love
Always
the music.
there when you
and
call.
somebody threw a damn bra in his ass.
Always on time. Gave my
Uh-oh.
baby.
I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time.
What, nigga? That shit was hard, nigga.
That's
I
what
wrote the
I'm
lyrics
saying.
down. That motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, you know what it is though. I think they should fight for charity.
Ja Rule wrote it. He wrote it, dummy.
I think should. I think
That's
him
what
and 50
he
should
said, dummy.
fight for charity. It'd be a good. I mean, it'd be a good way to see you
Ja
get
Rule
your.
had a lot of hit
A
records,
lot
dog.
of hits. A
Hey.
lot.
Almost more than 50. 50 sold more albums though. But Ja Rule
I just had
had
more hits,
more
right?
hit
Hit singles.
records.
That's a good one, Rory.
Rory.
Cause I'm just going down my Ja Rule hit list.
And-
I'm
and
going
it's
down
just
my
going,
50 hit
going,
list, and I was
going,
like,
right?
wait, I hear In the Club, PIMP. I like the G Unit compilation.
Right.
I want to get to know you.
I really respect you. Oh. Is that what he said? I really
Yeah, yeah, that's what Joe
Oh
said.
yeah, the
I
regular
want to get to
version.
know you. That's that G Unit shit.
I am a holy woman. I don't listen to stuff like that, and I don't curse. Nor
And
do
now
I drink.
it's time for Confucius Said. Baller Nation, you do know that the streets don't love you like you think they do. You know that some of these people around you are only there to actually keep you focused. They are there to help you stay on point on your journey. Because, see, you got to go through the bullshit to know what bullshit look like. And fake love is real. And love has nothing to do with being fake. So, damn it, if they in your life and you know it's fake, let them go, baby. So you can keep loving yourself. So you can keep adding value to your life. Because at the end of the day, it's not about them. It's about what you can get from them. And I don't mean that in a taking fashion. I mean that in from learn every lesson you can. Feel every emotion you can so you don't have to go through the bullshit again. The dream is real, Baller Nation. It's your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns, Sue Solo, Rory Simmons, Octavia Burns, Caesar, ladies, shit, we love you. And
Rios, we
saying
miss
here,
you.
peace. It's the Baller Alert Show.
Baller alert!
The dream is real.